How's it going, everyone, and welcome back to Rangers Rundown. The Rangers win the season series against the Penguins 3-1, which is a very good sign because this is probably who they're going to play in the first round of the playoffs. A shutout, nonetheless, for Igor Shesterkin tonight. It was also Panarin's 500th NHL game, so good for him. We could get a win for Panarin tonight. The lineup: Kreider, Zibanejad, Vedrano, Panarin, Strome, Kopp, Lafreniere, Chytil, Gaudreau, Mott, Brodzinski, Hunt, Lindgren, Fox, Miller, Trouba, and then Nemeth, Schneider back together on that bottom D pair with Shesterkin in the net. Penguins without Crosby, also without, who else was out? Marino was out, and then Zohorna, I believe. I think he's new this season. But no Sidney Crosby tonight, and their power play is not as lethal without Sidney Crosby, which was good for the Rangers tonight. First line, great opening shift to start the game, followed by a second line with a couple good chances. And then the fourth line has a good takeaway that leads to a chance after that. So first couple minutes of the game, Rangers are buzzing. 3:41, Trouba takes an elbowing penalty. Kreider has a chance to lead a shorthanded rush, but he bobbles at the blue line, and it ends up almost being offsides. Shesterkin makes a great save on Teddy Bluger, and then at 8.5 minutes into the period, Chytil streaks into the zone, almost looked like Kreider, and ends up crashing the net. Net comes off the moorings, so we get a stoppage of play. Shesterkin makes another great save on Heinen shortly after that. Halfway through, shots are 7-5 in favor of the Rangers. So while both teams not really able to set up too much extended offensive pressure, they're still able to get those shots off. 10:42, Raquel takes a tripping penalty, and Pittsburgh penalty kill is just relentless. I think they're second in the league on penalty kill, and it was very obvious why. I don't think the Rangers set up in the offensive zone once during that power play. Fox makes a great move to get deep in the zone for a chance. Kreider is sprung for a partial break with about 10 seconds left in the period, and then I think Zibanejad gets another shot on goal in the final seconds. Tough defensive period for both teams. The shots ended up being 10-9 in favor of the Rangers, so there were 19 shots, regardless of the fact that neither team really had extended offensive zone time. Neither team really giving up much, standing up at the blue line, getting sticks in the path of shots. Just a really solid defensive period from both teams. 24 seconds into the second period, Vedrano scores a goal. It was a long stretch pass from Fox that leads the play into the offensive zone. There's a commotion net front. The puck gets to Vedrano. He's able to put it in. And that would be the opening goal of the game, beginning of the second period. Chytil is robbed in the slot by a Pittsburgh player. He's in the slot with the puck. He gets it knocked off his stick. Trouba is alone in the circle shortly after that for a try. Third line gets some good pressure early in the period. Brodzinski weaves his way to net front, but he loses control of the puck. Pittsburgh finds some offensive zone pressure about 9 minutes in, but at 9:47, Panarin would score his 20th goal of the season in his 500th NHL game. He got the pass in the low slot, backhand, gets it in. Kopp with an assist on that goal. So Kopp with, what is it now? 9 points in 8 games, 10 points in 9 games, something like that. Kopp is over a point a game with his time with the Rangers, I believe. I think he's just over a point a game, or he is at a point a game. So he was a great pickup for this team. 2-on-1 broken up. 2-on-1's broken up with a sliding play. That was the Rangers 2-on-1 broken up. Both teams standing up at the blue line. Shesterkin, big save on Gensel, point blank. One of the few grade A chances that Pittsburgh got in the second period with about 3 minutes left. And then a blocker save on Matheson during that same shift. Gaudreau has a big hit on Dumoulin behind the net. And then Kreider and Zibanejad have a 2-on-1 broken up. Zibanejad scores just after the buzzer, so it was about a second after the buzzer went off. Panarin puts the puck in the net, but ref immediately waves it off, no goal. Shots 9-8 in favor of Pittsburgh in the second period. Third period, Miller breaks up a 2-on-1 to start. 4 minutes in, Zibanejad is denied on the side of the net. The puck bounces behind the net, gets to him. He's already there. He does like a mini wraparound, but he's denied. Gensel and Vedrano share words during one of those shifts. Gensel, he just does not like the Rangers. the entire Pittsburgh Penguins team doesn't like the Rangers, but Gensel especially, and then Malkin. Those two just hate the Rangers. Pittsburgh pushes about 6 minutes in, and then Trouba takes a very weak interference call at 6:34. But the Rangers' penalty kill was excellent, not letting Pittsburgh really set up too much. Fourth line being pests in the offensive zone. That's what they're paid to do. A knuckle puck takes a scary bounce through the crease with about 8.5 minutes left. And then the Rangers get the puck into the Pittsburgh crease shortly after that. So trading close chances there. 7.5 into the period, Angelo blindside hit on Mott. He's coming. He's going to hit Mott. Mott is reaching forward for the puck. He ends up moving the puck forward, but his head is really low. And Angelo ends up hitting him in the shoulder. His head gets thrown around. Mott ends up leaving the game, I believe. Probably checking for concussion protocol. Angelo ends up taking that interference penalty at 12:37. And then Strome and Friedman come together with a little bit of face washing. This got really petty and really physical in the third period. Pittsburgh obviously upset they haven't scored a goal yet, and they just don't like the Rangers to start with. Lafreniere has a big hit on Angelo as he comes out of the box. Then at 15:08, Brodzinski takes a hooking penalty, during which Gaudreau and Malkin get together in front of the Rangers bench and start roughing each other up. And then Matheson jumps in on Gaudreau. Gaudreau ends up getting his jersey over his face, so he has no idea what's happening. The ref is trying to break it up, and Matheson starts face-washing the ref, thinking it's Gaudreau, so pretty funny there. So at 16:33, Gaudreau and Malkin take offsetting roughing penalties. Pittsburgh still on the power play for about 35 seconds, and they pull Jari. Kopp misses an empty net after the power play ends, but at 19:22, Hunt would score the empty net goal, icing the game for the Rangers, winning 3-0. After the horn, there is a line brawl, so all 5 members of both teams just coming together, falling down, grabbing each other. Friedman is just laying on top of Kreider for a good minute before Friedman finally gets up, and Kreider's mouth is a little bloody, and he's jawing off at him, probably saying, "See you in the playoffs, you mook," or something like that. And then that gets cleared up, and then they pan down to the ice again, and it's like a standoff. The Rangers are on one side of center ice. The entire Pittsburgh team is on the other side of center ice. I really thought it was just going to be wall of death. They go crashing into each other, and it's just a team brawl at the end. It's what it looked like it was going to be. Pittsburgh could have just went straight to the locker room, but they all just came out like as an intimidation tactic that really didn't work. But there you go. Rangers come away winning 3-0, shutting out the Pittsburgh Penguins, winning their 3rd time in a row this season against the Pittsburgh Penguins, further solidifying their 2nd place right now. I believe they were 4 points ahead of Pittsburgh before tonight. Now I believe they're 6 points ahead of Pittsburgh. And I don't know if Carolina ended up beating Buffalo tonight, but if they didn't, then I believe the Rangers are tied for 1st in this division. But if Carolina did end up beating Buffalo, then they are still in 1st place. I don't think we want 1st place, because then we'd either have to play the Bruins or Toronto. And I'd rather play Pittsburgh, honestly. We seem to be owning them in the regular season. And once Kakko and Rooney come back, I really think if the Rangers play Pittsburgh in the 1st round, they'll be able to win. Stats at the end of the game: shots 24-30 in favor of Pittsburgh, but face-offs 52.1% for the Rangers. Power play went 0 for 2. Hits 22-28 in favor of Pittsburgh. Blocks 16-17 also in favor of Pittsburgh. This game was on ESPN+, so no trivia question tonight. I would make one up, but I don't know too much about Rangers history, so the trivia question would probably be something about this season, and we all get it right, and then we'd all feel good about ourselves, so maybe I should do it. I don't know. Who knows? The Rangers are back in action. Ooh, when are they back in action? I believe Saturday they are back in action, but I couldn't tell you who. Guess you'll have to look it up for yourself. If you enjoyed this video and you'd like to see more videos like it, be sure to hit the subscribe button. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next rundown.